Ritu Weds Chandni by Ameya Narvankar. It was the day Ayesha had eagerly been waiting for. Her favorite cousin was getting married and she was excited. Ayesha twirled in front of the mirror and admired her lehenga. While waiting for her parents to get dressed, Ayesha made up a little rhyme. My Ritu Didi is getting married today. I'm going to dance in her barat all the way, she sang with a big smile on her face. On the way to Ritu's house, Ayesha remembered the fun she had had at Deepak Bahaya's wedding a year ago. She had gobbled up mounds of sticky sweet ladus and had danced with Ritu Didi and her other cousins in a big, noisy barat. Now Ritu was going to be the first bride in the Kapoor family to lead her own barat, a wedding procession with music and dancing, and Ayesha couldn't wait to be part of it. Ayesha's mind filled with happy memories when she heard her mother say, "The tradition has always been for the groom to bring the barat to his wedding. I'm not sure if everyone will be pleased to see Ritu leading the procession today." Ayesha could see that her parents looked worried. Ritu's house was decorated with garlands of fresh marigold flowers. All the guests had gathered in the courtyard. Walking up to the gate, Ayesha could smell something delicious in the air, but something was amiss. She didn't spot any familiar faces in the crowd. Where is everyone? Ayesha wondered. She couldn't find her cousins, Tanya and Rohan, or her Deepak Mahaya. Even her grandparents weren't there yet. Ayesha finally spotted her Chachi. "Namaste, Charu Chachi. Where is the rest of the family?" Charu hesitated. "They are not coming, little one." "Why not, Chachi?" asked Ayesha, confused. "Well, they are not happy to see Ritu marry her girlfriend," she answered in almost a whisper. "But what is wrong with that? Why shouldn't she marry Chandni Didi?" Ayesha blurted. "Oh, there is nothing wrong with them getting married, little one. Nothing at all," said Charu, looking helpless. "It's just that some people do not understand their love." Turning to Ayesha's father, Charu said, "Bahaya, some of the neighbors have vowed to stop the celebration. We are worried." "Everything will be fine," Ayesha's father assured her. "Let's lead the barat as planned." Just then, Ritu joined her friends and family in the courtyard. She looked radiant in a bright red and gold sari. Ayesha watched as her Chachi painted a vermilion tilak on Ritu's forehead. Then she helped Ritu climb onto the decorated mare. Ayesha gushed, "Didi, you are the most beautiful bride I have ever seen." Ritu's face lit up upon seeing her cousin. "It means the world to me that you are here today." "I wouldn't have missed it for anything," Ayesha exclaimed, smiling back. The band started to play a lively tune, and soon everyone was dancing. The barat set off. Ayesha swept up her lehenga and pumped her arms in the air. The wedding fun had begun. The procession slowly wound its way through the neighborhood. People peeked out of their homes. They had never seen a bride lead the barat before. Some shut their windows with a disapproving bang. Others hurled harsh words at Ritu. Their shouts grew louder and louder until the band had to stop in the middle of a song. Ayesha was shocked. Why would Ritu's neighbors say such hurtful words to her on this special day? The Baratis, now nervous, walked in silence. As they turned the corner, the Baratis saw stern-looking riders on horses blocking the path ahead. "Ma, I am scared. Why are they here? What do they want?" Ayesha asked, tugging at her mother's sari. Ayesha glanced up at Ritu. She was no longer smiling. Ayesha felt sad that her Didi was missing out on the singing and dancing. Just then she spotted a second Bharat coming from the other direction. Chandi Didi! She looked scared too. The brides tried to move towards each other, but the riders stopped them from coming closer. The terrified Bharatis watched as they uncoiled long hoses and took aim. "Now!" shouted their leader. Ice-cold water rained down on the brides. The Bharatis watched helplessly as Ritu's and Chandni's elaborate hairdos melted and their saris sagged and dripped. Ayesha, too, was drenched, and she began to cry. Through her tears she saw Rita trying to console Chandni. Ayesha couldn't bear to see her Didi upset. She had to do something. With all the courage she could muster, she walked up to the riders on horses and announced as loudly as she could, "My Ritu Didi is getting married today, and I'm going to dance in her Bharat all the way." And she started to dance. She twirled her lehenga and clinked her bangles. With her arms up in the air, she shook her shoulders. She swayed her hips and stamped her feet, and everyone was stunned. Charu Chachi jumped in and joined Ayesha. The band started up again. One by one, the Bharatis gathered up their wet clothes and joyfully followed Ayesha's moves. Now unafraid, Ritu and Chandni led their guests into the wedding tent. Once inside, everyone applauded and cheered. The brides pulled Ayesha into a tight embrace. "It means so much to us that you are here today," Chandni said softly. Ayesha smiled and said, "I wouldn't have missed it for the world, Didi."